Good morning, everyone. How you doing? On today's show, we got a lot to talk about because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a big announcement for everyone on today's episode of the Level 1 podcast. This is not something that I was planning on doing. Once again, crazy stuff going on. I mean, there's been a lot of crazy positive stuff going on recently, and it continues. So, I'm going to keep you in suspense. I'm not going to let you know right away what it is. I'm going to keep you biting your fingernails, but a big announcement coming on today's show. Plus, of course, I'll recap my final thoughts on Marvel Rivals from yesterday, React Day today, and the schedule coming up for this week is pretty insane. All this and more on today's show. Let's go. Alrighty, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 4th of August, 2024. I'm DSP. I'm still getting over my cold. I apologize because today I will still have to be blowing my nose. I will still be clearing my throat. I'll be coughing. I feel like I'm going to cough any moment, actually. And I still have all this congestion, but it's now been over a week. I actually caught this cold about a week ago during my summer marathon, and it sucks that here it is still lingering, but that's life, right? So sorry about that. So today's React Day, where we do a clip show over on my React channel, DSP React, and then we also have a fun retro React event on the late stream over on DSP Throwback, where we'll be finishing up Mario and Sonic at the 2012 Olympic Games, and how pertinent with the Olympics in full swing and full of controversy and hype, right? It should actually absolutely be an exciting time. All right, I'm excited, and I hope that you guys are excited as well for some fun. Now, today, I got a big announcement. And no, it's not related to me appearing on Kino Casino. That's still going to happen. Some people were like, oh, the announcement is that he's canceling his appearance on the show. No, I am not. Today, I have a big announcement that is actually going to change the future. Right? That's right. Literally, any announcement changes the future. If you really think about it, because anything that's happening would change the future. But so that's kind of a non-statement. But what I mean is today's statement or today's announcement will legitimately change the future of my streams. Okay? In a good way. So no more of the people naysaying and saying baloney. Today I got a good one for you. All right? But before we get there, I think that we should get to the things that I want to recap first so I don't get distracted. Because as soon as I start talking about this is all people are going to want to talk about for the rest of the podcast. Okay? Good news is, don't have any real game news or anything to talk about today. So what I'd like to do is just recap what happened yesterday. Particularly, I want to talk about Marvel Rivals and my overall thoughts about the beta. And then we can jump into the big announcement for today. Okay? Now, I will just say, FYI, thank you for being here for React Day. Please consider supporting my streams today. As you know, I'm on 3 different channels. We start with the podcast here on DSPGaming. Then we jump over to DSP React for my clip show, DSP versus the Internet. And then we jump over to DSP Throwback on the late stream. So with all that going on, I know I'm all over the place today. Please support the streams today. My goal is $50 per stream of tips. If we can hit it, it'd be great if we can get that sooner rather than later. That way I don't have to talk about it all stream and worry about it. But a few things that, I want to cover before we get to the big announcement, okay? All right. Now, let's talk about Marvel Rivals first of all. Let's get this out of the way. So that way my summary and everything, we can move on to new stuff. So, Marvel Rivals beta went down over the last week. I was lucky enough to be gifted a code by a viewer. Thank you so much to that viewer who gave me the code. It's been a good ride. I played about around 7-8 hours of it. And during that time frame, I played with the vast majority of characters in it. There's only maybe like 4 characters I didn't use. And let me tell you, much like Overwatch, because that's the game that this game is drawing the most parallels with, depending on who you pick, completely changes the gameplay style of the game. There are characters that are in-your-face melee. There are characters that are tanks. There are characters that are more hit and run because they have very little HP. There are characters that are kind of run and gun, similar to a classic first-person shooter, while there are other characters that are more hang back and snipe. Some characters are ultra maneuverable, where they can fly around the screen shooting missiles and lasers, while others are way slower, and you kind of have to lumber through the stage. So every single character fights differently. I couldn't even say there were 2 characters at any time that I played in the beta that felt like, it's the same character again with a different skin or anything like that. Oh no. Even the support classes and the healer classes feel very different from each other. Okay? So, I enjoyed my time with the beta on PS5. I should clarify that I did play this on PS5, so that way there's no confusion or misconceptions there. So, likes and dislikes. What do I like? I like the visual style. It's very comic book-esque, with the characters having a very light, almost cel-shaded look to them. And definitely having customizations that will be available in the game to change their outfits, colors, etc. That's going to add to the visual appeal of the game. I like the fact that there's a wide variety of characters represented. It's not just the core MCU, although a lot of the core MCU characters are in there, but you've got some outsider characters as well. At the same time, there's a few choices that are a little confusing. Like, why would you have Magic and Hela in there, but not, like, Wolverine or Deadpool, who are hot characters right now because of their new movie, right? So, I bet I get it. Like, probably it's licensing and stuff like that, and maybe they have plans to add bigger, better characters, you know, in the future. And if that's the case, then it makes perfect sense. But definitely, I like that there's a wide cast already, and it's just in beta. And I would say what I'm liking, the more I played it, what I realized is a lot of these characters are kind of representative of how they are in the lore or the comics. You know, when you're Iron Man, you're zipping around, you're shooting lasers and missiles, and you're hovering. And that's what you would expect Iron Man to be doing, right? When you're Rocket Raccoon, you're just shooting things constantly and tossing out little gadgets and gizmos, and that's how Rocket Raccoon is represented. So I would say it is kind of representative of what you would expect, with a couple exceptions. I think there's some characters that are too powerful, and therefore if they represented them accurately, like, they wouldn't be fair. Like Scarlet Witch can literally warp reality. So how could you have her in a competitive hero shooter game? She would just destroy everyone, just warp them all into distorted messes and kick them off the planet, right? Of course, they're not going to do that. So, you know, you have to have some kind of suspension of disbelief when it comes to, is this really how their powers would work if they were to fight each other and stuff like that. I don't think the Punisher would be defeating, I don't know, you know, Magneto or a god-level Marvel character. You know what I'm saying? But hilariously enough, the Punisher's one of the best characters in the game right now. Anyway, so overall, I like the variety. I like the art style. And I like that you know, you can kind of just jump right in and have fun with it, as opposed to, it's not a game where you have to sit there and memorize or study before you decide to play it. It's drop in, drop out fun, much like old Overwatch was like that, right? But there's a few things that I have to criticize as well. I would say, number one, the game is way too similar to Overwatch. Like, it's Overwatch, only they put Marvel characters in it. They literally took abilities from Overwatch characters and just mixed and matched them. So Punisher is a combination of Soldier 76 with Bastion, okay? You know, Doctor Strange has the shield that Reinhardt has in Overwatch. Literally, it's exactly the same shield. But then he has the teleportation portals of Symmetra. So they just took pieces of other characters from Overwatch, and here you go, it's Doctor Strange now, right? So you're going to feel that way. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like certain characters are unfinished. Like, particularly Doctor Strange, he's weak as shit. His attacks are almost garbage. And he feels like he's an idea that they haven't really perfected yet, because they combined abilities that don't really jive. Like, so you have a guy who has a shield, and he can warp your team, but his attacks suck. So what am I supposed to do with him? His ultimate is worthless. His ultimate It says, oh, it knocks the soul out of your opponent's body, which all it does is it creates like a silhouette that hovers behind them for like 4 seconds. Oh, you could shoot the silhouette to deal damage. What? What's the point of that? What are you even talking about? Like, I could see if it stunned all the enemies on the screen and they were wide open for 4 seconds. No, they just continue to function fine, but there's a silhouette you could shoot. Huh? Like, what are you talking about? So some of these, like I said, some of the characters, they don't feel like they're finished archetypes. It feels like they're trying to figure out what they want to do with certain characters and builds, but it's very confusing what they're getting at with some of these characters. Like, for example, Spider-Man swings in full speed, webs everyone, hits everyone, and swings out. Well, that's what I would probably expect Spider-Man to do. So that's very representative of who he's supposed to be, right? But then you have Magic, who's a character who just basically warps through these portals and slashes at you with a sword. That's literally all she can do. And she's terrible. Like, she can warp and hit once or twice, and then she has absolutely no way to get away. And then she just dies. It's like they half-designed the character, you know? The idea is warp into an area maybe with a bunch of ranged players, chop them all up. Great, but now what? Like, and she also can never fight anyone that's a tank because they just tank her hits and insta-kill her. So what's the point of the character? She doesn't seem to ever get anything going. It's very bizarre. So I'll just say that, like, I don't think the characters are fully well-designed or balanced. For example, Iron Man, in my opinion, best character in the game. He literally flies around shooting everything with lasers, missiles, and everything. Then he can hover in place, making him hard to hit. Like, a lot of melee characters can't ever even reach him because he's always hovering up in the air. His ultimate is broken. It's a giant explosion of energy. He's just so crazy overpowered. Every time I play with Iron Man, I would fly into the objective, go into turret mode, blast everyone with Unibeam, and kill 7 characters. I'm not even joking. Like, just kill, 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 kill. Then you run away, and then you come back and you do it again. You get insane kill streaks with this character, and no one can really hit him. So what were they thinking there? I mean, is it representative of who he's supposed to be in Marvel Comics? Yes, and that's cool. It'll definitely make you feel powerful, but why is he so good compared to everybody else, right? Groot, oh my goodness. Groot is by far the best defensive character in the game. Groot can make 2 different kinds of plant walls that block and halt the progress of your opponents. So they can't ever get near your team because there's always 3 plant walls he can make at once that block stuff, and then they're not just walls, they do things. One of the walls attacks, so if people try to get through it, it's just hitting them. The other wall grants a health buff to anyone near it who's on your team, so if they're playing defense, they can stand next to the wall and get like a double health buff. It's like, what? It's ridiculous. What is this build? Listen, it's cool, it makes Groot seem really awesome, but it's like, it's kind of like not balanced with what you would expect in a game like this. It seems like they gave him a million of good abilities, and then other characters are just like wimpy, you know? I would say that too, like, some of the characters have way too low health. Like, some characters have 250 health. So you're like, oh, I'm going to run to the fight, and as soon as you get there, you're melted. Like, you don't even know what happened, and that is another complaint. The game is very busy, meaning there's a lot of visual effects and attacks always going on. It's very hard to keep track of what they all are, and a lot of the times you'll be getting hit and have absolutely no clue what's happening. You'll just be completely confused as to what just happened, and you're dead already. You're like, huh? And it sucks, especially when you're building up your ultimate attack. You're like, no, it's finally my opportunity to use it. Activate. Oh, you just died. Huh? What? Who killed me? What are you talking about? It's even hard to tell when you're getting hit in the game. Like, a lot of other games, shooters, particularly, when you're getting hit, you can usually tell. Either there's a big visual indicator, a vibration, or whatever. In this game, it's just like, you're melted. Like, what the hell? So, yeah, I would say there's definitely big room for improvement. At the same time, it has that same feel of drop-in, drop-out fun that classic Overwatch had. And the fact that the game is going to be free to play, but is likely going to have so much monetization. You know this game's going to have skins and emotes and sprays and a million versions of each character, just like Overwatch does. They're probably going to make a bank on this, especially because it's Marvel. And Marvel's hot right now, you know? Especially with Deadpool and Wolverine being the #1 most grossing R-rated film ever right now in the United States. Everyone's going to be crazy for this game when it comes out early next year. So, my experience is I liked it a lot, but there's definitely big room for improvement. Like I said, some characters feel completely underwhelmingly weak, while others feel way overpowered. Balance is needed. But here's the other thing as well. Excuse me. It's a team-based shooter. And like all team-based shooters, really how good the game is going to be, it's going to be judged by when you actually get a team of players together who are competent, know what their roles are, select the characters per that, and then you have a balanced team. Like, for example, some of the characters that I described, Doctor Strange, Rocket Raccoon, Magic, maybe if they're in a balanced team where people are buffing them, maybe they're much better. For example, the Incredible Hulk has a crazy shield that he shields the whole team and does a defense buff. Maybe the idea is the Hulk and Magic run in together. The Hulk buffs Magic. Magic can now teleport in and chop everyone up, and then won't be instantly destroyed after the fact because she has a shield on her. Right? The thing is, right now, this game is in closed beta. And being in closed beta means no one has equal footing to play it. You might get a code, you might not. So you can't really form a team. It's not like, oh, I have all my friends with me and we formed a team and we decided to play roles. You can't do that. You're always playing with randoms because it's closed beta. So once it either goes open beta or once the game is fully released and you start to play with a set group of people who are smart and kind of know what they're doing, and then they want to set roles and stuff, then I feel the game could be much, much better. And then will make a lot more sense. But right now, as an open beta, just testing the characters, a lot of them just seem completely worthless, and that's kind of a shame, you know? So, I liked it. I liked my time in it. 8 hours, roughly, I played. By the way, there's absolutely going to be a battle pass system, because it's already in the beta, and in my 8 hours, I got to, like, level 24 out of, I think, 40, and if I had hit level 30, I would have got a permanent unlock of a cool blue color skin for Venom. It sucks I didn't get that far. And I have no plans to play this again, so I'm not going to hit it before the beta ends tomorrow. But I absolutely enjoyed it, and I want to say thank you to the fan who gave me the code. If you didn't see the footage, it's all live here on the channel, and I played with almost every character, so you're going to get a good wide opinion on the game. Plus, last match, I was MVP. For the first time, it was hilarious because, you know, I played this 8 hours, and I said at the very end, I said, all right, last match, I want to play as Punisher, right? And I want to show you guys that I feel, now I know how the game plays, I feel like I'm going to do really well. And immediately on the first selection of Punisher, I get MVP. Immediately. And it feels just like early Overwatch, where it was always Bastion who got MVP. It's exactly the same situation yet again, where the person who can hang back and just run and gun as if it's an FPS game, and then gets on the turret and shoots everyone, gets a zillion kills, and ends up being MVP. It's exactly the same situation. It really feels like it's 2016 all over again. So, that's my take on Marvel Rivals. Give the footage a look. Let me know what you think. And, yes, I will be interested in checking this game out in the future when it comes out in early 2025 is when it's supposed to be coming out as a free-to-play game. Okay? Cool. Okay, guys, so before we get to the big announcement, one final thing I want to talk about before I forget. All right? So, new stuff is going on over on DSP Throwback. Yesterday, Part 1 of Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the remastered playthrough, went live on the channel. And I'm happy to report that quite a lot of people went over there and checked it out. I want to say it was like maybe 600. Let me check. I think it was like 600 viewers went over there and gave it a look, which I'm very happy for, because some people will be like, oh, that's nothing. That's crappy. This is the Throwback channel. This is not some giant playthrough. This is not a brand new game. Do you understand? Like, this is the Throwback channel. This is what I expect from it. Okay, wow. It actually got over 700 views in 24 hours. So thank you to everyone who checked out GTA Vice City Part 1 over on DSP Throwback. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, new visuals, audio edited, so now we can listen to all of it and not have copyright issues. You could still kind of hear some of the music, but you can't hear all of it. That's because YouTube flagged the video like 10 times for music, and we had to edit it enough so that it wouldn't. So I hope you'll enjoy. Please, if you like those videos, please give it a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're not, please maybe leave a comment on the video. And if you enjoyed the work, please leave a super thanks or a tip as well. That channel is not very profitable right now. It is building up a viewer base. So it would be great if you could, support the channel in some way. All right? So that will continue every other day. It's going to be an alternation. So what's it alternating with? It is alternating with Red Dead Redemption online free roam co-op. What happened was there were 2 different sessions where myself and my friend John Rambo, we were in the same building. We were in my old condo in Connecticut, okay? I was on one setup and he was on another setup right next to me, both online in a session of Red Dead Online. And what we did is we logged in and we just kind of played it cold to see what it would be. And we enjoyed it for a couple of sessions. The first session is more exploring, trying to figure out what's available in the game, what the physics are like, and what silly things we can do. We're stealing, stagecoaches and doing funny stuff. And of course, it's all that old school, irreverent commentary where we're going back and forth and joking with each other. And, it's very dated. It's over, this would have been 14-year-old commentary. And today, God forbid, that people say the things that we said in that co-op. Oh my God, people would be like, oh, I can't believe they said that. Cancel them, right? But no, it was great. I watched the video last night. It was the first video. It was 30 minutes. And I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. Just the first few moments are hilarious. Rockstar is racist as hell. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to spoil. I want you to watch the video. But Rockstar is a bunch of racists. In this co-op, at least. Okay? So give it a look. And so what's going to happen is we're going to alternate between GTA one day and Red Dead the other day for a while. Because we got to get through all of Vice City. And the co-op lasted 2 major sessions. The first session, I want to say, was like 4 hours long. Or maybe around that time. And the next session was probably like another 4 hours long. So we have a good amount of gameplay to get through there. And I think, if I remember correctly, the first session was just me and John. But the second session, we had other people join as well, if I remember correctly. So, hopefully, you will give it a look and enjoy it. I'm telling you, if you don't watch it, you're missing out. It's really funny stuff. I laughed my butt off watching and titling the video last night. I'm looking forward to more. Okay? So, it's good stuff. GTA Vice City. Red Dead will be alternating. Tomorrow is a new part of Vice City, by the way. And then we're going to go from there. Now, FYI, we're going to try to do it every other day, but there's maybe some holdups. For example, I can tell you right now, every single video is getting flagged for not suitable for ads. So then we just submit it for manual review, and then within 2 days, they all get approved for ads. So it's just YouTube being stupid as hell, flagging every video on the channel for no good reason until it realizes the algorithm's wrong and fixes itself, which could take weeks. So there very well may be some days coming up where there will not be new videos on DSP Throwback. We have to stagger it a few days as we queue up a bunch of videos and get them all approved for ads. So apologies if there tends to be like a lag. Right now, it looks good. Like every day we're hitting a new video, but that may slow down, okay? And again, apologies for that if it does. I can't really control that. That's on the YouTube side of stuff, all right? So there you go. All right, so I think it's time. We're about 22 minutes into the podcast, and people are freaking out. They want to know what this announcement is, okay? Well, too bad, because we have to shout out Nev. Nev came by and just gifted 5 memberships to the community. So congrats to Mr. Clean, Josh Lowe, Crystal Hart, Joseph Joestar, and Fake Namington, who all just received a gifted membership to DSPGaming. I hope that you enjoy those. Very good. Okay. So, I guess it's time. Shall we get to it now? Because literally this announcement will change everything. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. So here's the deal. As you know, a lot of stuff around here has been getting outdated and or old. And so this year already, we've seen massive improvements, correct? my capture device. Someone donated a new one, which I didn't even know would work with my stuff. Not only does it work, it has monstrously improved my capture quality for my gameplay. Now I'm doing full, beautiful, no frame drop, 60 frames per second video, the best I've ever done. You can pause any video I'm doing and see a beautiful still frame without pixelization and blurriness. It's amazing, right? I'm really happy that my visual quality and my gameplay has improved so well this year. My camera, holy crap, this new 60 frame camera with much better detail and visual quality. What a huge upgrade. And now you can see everything in the background and all this stuff going on, right? So amidst all of these upgrades that are happening, oh yeah, there's this one too. My Victrix joystick that I've been playing Street Fighter on, and it has upped my game, getting me to the highest ranked master level that I've ever had in Street Fighter 6, correct? So, I mean, literally, there's been improvements all around, everywhere, right? Which has been amazing. So, the next logical step is going to be to get off of my 10-year-old PC and get to a new one, because this PC is starting to have some issues. Half the fans have died on it, okay? One of the hard drives is having some issues with the sector where I keep getting corrupted videos, and I can't figure out how to, like, separate that so it doesn't keep happening. And a few other things, like it gets noisy sometimes, and, you know, it's just old. And you get to a point 10 years down the road, you want to do a transition or an upgrade to something better. Now, I cannot afford a new PC right now. We've talked about this for years, that a new PC, to do all the things that I would probably want to do with it, right, would be very expensive. Now, a new PC just for capturing and streaming wouldn't be so expensive, right? And so, after waiting and waiting, let's be honest, last year, I was going to get a new PC. I was, okay? It was happening. And then, what happened? Well, let's see. A bunch of stuff behind the scenes cost me and my wife a bunch of money. It was personal stuff. Can't talk about that. But then we had a tire and the entire tire assembly stolen off of our vehicle at the mall. Yes, that happened. I did a whole stream on it. Okay? We had our waste disposal break in our sink. And so things just kept happening over the course of last year that kept costing us tons of money. Okay? And because of that, all right, we just couldn't, I couldn't get a new PC. I couldn't do it. So this year, I had a plan. At some point during the year, all right, I was going to do a migration from my old PC to my wife's PC. Now, my wife has a gaming PC from 2017. All right, it was pretty good at 2017. It had good stats, good specs, and everything. And it's been sitting over there in a room for like 2-3 years unused because she's become more of a console gamer. She was playing on PS4, now she's playing on Xbox Series S. She likes the consoles. You know, the next step would likely be a PS5. So she likes gaming in the living room. She really doesn't have any plans to go back to PC gaming at this point. All right, so it's just sitting there unused. And you know, I even shared with you the stats of this PC a month or two ago and said this would be a good upgrade. You know, I'll have a better version of Windows. I'll have a better processor. I'll have a better graphics card. I might even be able to encode at, instead of 1080p, maybe 1440p, which would be even a step up visually for my videos and streams on YouTube. So, FYI, the whole idea was that I was supposed to do a PC transition this week. I was supposed to migrate from this old PC to that PC. All right? Now, FYI, this is on hiatus for a couple of reasons. Number one, I got sick. And when I got sick, it set me back streaming a day. And then I played catch up all week. And now I feel like just today, I feel like I'm finally caught up. You know what I mean? Like, we're actually doing the React stuff on React Day. So I'm already behind. To be honest, I feel like this migration, okay, is going to be a stressful thing. Because I'm not just going to be like, oh, turn on my wife's PC, install, done. No, I have to get all the files that I use for streaming and capturing. All the borders, all the video files, everything, all the setups in OBS, they all have to be transitioned over. That's a lot of file transferring. That's a lot of relocating. It's going to take hours and hours of work, if not days of work, okay? Because I predict issues. I predict I'm going to unplug stuff right now that I'm using with this PC. I'm going to plug it into hers, and some stuff's not going to work. And I'm going to have to troubleshoot and have issues with it. It's not just going to be, boom, working. Okay? So, because of that, I wanted to do it this week, but then a lot of stuff happened. Number one, I got sick. The other thing that's happening right now, if you guys aren't aware, is the whole Kino Casino thing, where I'm going to be a guest on the Kino Casino show over on Kick on Tuesday night during the time when I normally would be streaming here. Instead, I'm going to be on their show. And that's a pretty awesome thing to be a guest on their show. And if that goes well, then we're probably going to do a collaboration regarding the Review Tech USA documentary that's coming out in a week or two. And then we're going to go from there. Okay? So, with that also happening, all right, that already, so now I'm thinking, not only am I sick and I'm backlogged, I don't want to put myself through a lot of stress right now doing this conversion over to the new PC, because then it's just going to cause a lot of stress and issues. But then also we got this other thing going on at the same time, right? I'm like, man, we just got all of this stuff going on. So essentially, here's the deal. At any moment, if I need to, I can do a transition from my existing PC to my wife's PC. And this will increase, my capabilities. I might be able to start using the Stream Deck that I've had for years and couldn't use. I might have new things going on stream, better quality, all this stuff, the whole 9 yards. But I just can't do it right now. All right? I want to do it, but I can't do it right now. I don't have the time, and it's going to be too stressful. All right? But we will do it. I will do it, at some point. Will it be during the fall? Will I maybe wait till early next year? It might have to wait. It might have to wait till like late December or maybe January when things die down with games, and that's when I do it then. Okay? But the good news is, it's no longer a situation where I'm like, oh no, at any moment this PC could die and I have no options. I can't stream or anything. No, I could. All right, now I could set up on her PC and I could stream. I wouldn't have my layouts or anything, but I could still stream from there, right? So it wouldn't be the end of the world or anything. It would just be, I'd have to on the fly do the migration work, So there you go. Okay. So no freak out here or anything. The migration will happen, just not right now. All right, that's the announcement, guys. That's what I would have said if I were a tremendous jerk. But no, I actually do have an announcement today, okay? So, excuse me. So while all this was going on, I just made the announcement, what was it, 2-3 days ago? I said to everyone, I'm just not going to do the migration right now. It's too much going on. I'm getting over this cold. The whole other thing is going on with the Kino Casino guys. It's like, let's just not do it right now, right? So I get contacted by someone. And they said, well, in light of what you just announced on your stream, this kind of changes things. Now, I don't know what they were talking about. Like, well, here's the deal. Someone, all right, hold on, I got to burp. Excuse me. Okay. Someone has actually been waiting in the wings, all right, this year to do something. And this person has been waiting to do this for a very good reason. All right? Let me tell you a story. Okay? Over the last 14 months, 13 months that I've been playing, 14 months that I've been playing Street Fighter 6. All right? I've been having a lot of issues because I always felt like for some reason I was behind the 8 ball with this game. Now, it wasn't until recently that I got a new capture device, right? And I started playing the game at 120 hertz, 60 frames, input delay removed, all things maxed out on my PS5 that I feel like I've eliminated the vast majority of input delay in Street Fighter 6 on my PS5. And since I did, if you didn't notice, I got a lot better at the game. I started playing at a higher level. I was winning matches in Master and rising in the Master ranking points, okay? So, yeah, I was kicking butt. And I'm like, damn, this is good. Still, though, you know, when I play against people who are on PC, you could say, well, they might still have a slight advantage. We don't know, right? You don't know if the PC version must be the penultimate version, not penultimate, the ultimate version, because that's the one everyone's using who's a pro. Like, literally every pro player plays this game on PC, right? And so, basically what happened was, back on Friday, I played Street Fighter 6 on my late stream, Friday Night Fights. And all of a sudden, I realize all master points have been reset. So I worked my butt off to get my Bison to the highest rank possible that I have gotten him so far, which is like 1,600 some points. And climbing, I'm still on the way up, right? And then they reset everything. And that really upset me. It did, because I worked hard to get that high, and for them to just hit the reset button and get me back to square one is a very frustrating thing. So, when that happened, someone contacted me and said, here's the deal. This person is a longtime viewer and fan who has been looking to do something for a while. They were actually waiting for me to do the PC transition, the PC migration from this PC to my wife's PC, and then they were going to contact me about this. But I recently said, well, I'm not doing that anymore, okay? In addition, they saw that these master points basically reset, all right? Getting me back to zero, essentially, square one, starting over at master rank with all of my characters in Street Fighter 6. And so, in light of the fact that I'm not doing the migration and all my master points reset in Street Fighter 6, they contacted me with an offer. An offer to donate a gaming PC. Okay? Now, let's clarify some things. Okay? This is not a used, outdated gaming PC that's been sitting around that probably has backdoors and keyloggers installed on it that they decided to send to me. That was a different situation entirely that we will not talk about today, because that's not the situation. This is an actual PC that will be brand new, purchased from a reputable business and sent directly to me. Okay? So it's just a slightly different situation from a previous one that I was offered, supposedly, because I wasn't really even offered that either. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, in regards to this, they said, I would like to get you a PC, and here's some suggestions. And I looked at the suggestions, and basically I went back. I know a couple people who are into PC building and modding and everything, and they understand what's good and what's not. And basically I went back and forth with this very generous viewer for a day or two about this. Like, here's what we would want, here's how we would do it, blah, blah, blah. And then finally, so here's what we figured out, right? I'm like, we should probably get it off of a website that has, like, the best value, right? And basically the website was going to be like Newegg. You ever go to Newegg? Great website for getting PCs and PC components and stuff like that. But I guess what happened was we kind of agreed on, like, what what would be good. And they were going to get it. And then all of a sudden, they emailed me yesterday and said, so FYI, I ordered you a PC. But FYI, it's not from Newegg. I was like, what? Why not? They said, well, Newegg, I guess it would have been difficult because, they're not shipping it to themselves. They're shipping it to me. I live in a private community. In order to deliver here, you need specific instructions on how to access this community and get into it. And it's not easy. You actually have to jump through hoops. Delivery people here can have a hard time getting in. So He's like, I tried to do it, and it just seemed like so complicated. And the fact that they were probably going to have to either contact me or you to get this thing delivered. He said, forget it. So I got you something else. I said, what? I mean, he got me something else. Like, we were talking about this particular model. He's like, no, I got you something else. It's even better. And I got it off Amazon, and Amazon delivers to you. I know, because you got your Victrix joystick, delivered, and other things delivered. So I know that they're going to deliver to you, no problem. And by the way, it's on the way, and it's coming on Monday. What? It's on the way, and it's coming on Monday. Yes. I was like, what? Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were just talking it out, right? And we would talk about, when it could be purchased and delivered and everything. And I was like, no, it's coming on Monday. It's going to arrive at your place on Monday. And I was like, what? So the guy sends me the information on the PC. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, first of all, to be clear, this is not a $5,000 gaming rig. This is not an insane over-the-top thing. You know what I mean? It's not some enthusiast rig. It's, but it's ridiculous. This thing, the components that are in it are quite good. And this guy decided to buy me this weird build. Let me put it this way. There's a PC that's built for use, and then there's a PC that's built just for flashiness, okay? I would argue this PC hits somewhere in the middle because it has really good components in it for gaming, but at the same time, it also looks really unique and weird. All right? Yes. Joe Man just says RGBs on RGBs. This thing has crazy RGBs, which I don't know if I'm even going to be using. Do I really want distracting RGBs on a PC over there that I'm going to have right? It's going to sit right there next to my entertainment center. Okay, it's going to sit right there on the floor. Okay, so do I really want ridiculous RGBs of crazy strobing rainbow lights? Or, and of course, it comes with software that you can customize your RGBs. So I can make it any color I want. I can make it purple, green, blue, red, orange, white, anything. Do I really want that? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be distracting as hell. If I have it on, you might actually see it on my face and everything, right? If I'm playing here, you might see RGBs shining off my face and everything. So I'm not sure to what extent I'm going to be using the insane RGBs in this thing. Okay? But also, not only that, all right, but it's got basically the case itself is like an oddity. It's like this thing is a conversation piece. Let's put it that way. It doesn't look like a normal PC. It doesn't. It looks you're looking at like, you go to like a museum, and you're in a museum and there's a piece of art, and you get set back for a second. You're like, let me ponder this art. Let me see what I can feel about this. I'm not sure what it is yet. Let me just sit here and stare at it for a little bit and try to figure out what this is. I mean, that's literally like what this thing is. It's just a wild computer, all right? To the point where, let me put it this way. It's like minimalist design. They did it on purpose. But for use, it doesn't really translate into ease of use. So it's one of those that has like such a unique, weird case that like a lot of the attachments are inside of the case for like wires. So you have to like take panels off to plug all your shit in, and then you have to do cable management so the wires permanently come out the side of the case. So it's not even like you would be unplugging, replugging ever. You have to leave everything plugged in permanently because you don't want to keep opening and closing your case. You know what I'm saying? But then once it's set up, the thing is going to be like gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like it's going to look really nice, and I'm not going to have to mess around with cables or anything ever. It's just going to work pretty endlessly. So it's literally the opposite of my current PC. My current 10-year-old PC looks ugly. It looks like a big block of coal, like a big slate, right? And it's got ports and stuff on it, but it was always loud. The fans were always loud and everything on it. Like this one is meant to be quiet, insanely temperature efficient with its cooling and everything. It's supposed to be a stylish looking PC that's built to look nice, but also perform very well in gaming situations. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over there. I'm going to basically, whatever cardboard, it's going to come with a giant box. I'm just going to carve like a big chunk of that cardboard out so it sits on something on the floor over there, because you don't ever want a PC sitting on carpet. That's a very bad idea. You need it to be sitting on something flat so that it actually has air circulation under it. So I'm basically going to get a big, thick chunk of this cardboard from it, and I'm going to put it under it and put it right over there, right next to my entertainment center. Okay? So essentially, this will now replace my mini PC. I won't need my mini PC ever again. Okay? Basically, it's going to be a beast of a PC from what I understand. Because people are asking, what are the specs? Ugh. I had them. Let me see if I have them here. Okay, you ready? Here's some of the specs in this thing. An Intel Core i7 14700KF processor. What the hell does that mean? I don't know. That's the processor. Okay? The graphics card. An NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti Super. What does that mean? I don't know. What? I don't know. What is that? Ti Super? Okay, then. All right. Let's see. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 5600 MT per second RGB RAM. So 3200 gigabytes of RGB colored RAM. Glowing RAM. Right? Sure. A 2 terabyte M.2 NVMe PCIe Gen 4 SSD. It's good to have a 2 terabyte SSD, I guess. Right? So, anyway, Syndicator says the 4070 Ti can easily play most modern games at up to 100 to 120 plus frames at high settings. I have it. It's a beast. Helene says, yes, those specs are really good. Right? Okay. So here's the deal. All right? This PC has been ordered from Amazon and will be delivered tomorrow. All right? I'm going to be waiting for it to be delivered, obviously. And what's going to happen is this person's going to send me the tracking info and also give me updates on, you know, how many deliveries away it is from my house, because it's a PC. I have to be here to accept the delivery. All right? It's an expensive item. I have to actually be here and accept it. They don't just drop it off and leave it on your doorstep. Okay? What brand and all that, you'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a crazy day, because now tomorrow is completely different than what it was originally going to be. All right? So, oh no, I'm absolutely, positively, 100% sure this is real. This is someone who I trust. This 100% is happening. Okay? So, tomorrow's main stream is waiting for this PC to be delivered. In the meantime, I will play some Street Fighter 6 on PS5. So we'll kill time with Street Fighter 6 waiting for the PC to arrive. So here's what we're going to do. It's going to arrive. When it arrives, I'm going to unbox it live. I'm going to get it set up and working. I'm probably going to, you know what I can do is I can get it initially set up, but I have the ability to disconnect this webcam and walk it over to the other side of the office. Would you like me to show you what I mean? Ready for this? Get excited, because I've never shown you this before. You ready for this? Here we go. Well, you know, I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, I could. Yeah. Okay, here, I'll show you. Ready? Yes. So my cam. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. My camera has the ability to be on a swivel tripod. It's on a swiveling tripod. I can swivel my camera all the way around to that setup and record while I set up the PC. Like, I can actually show you me setting it up live. And I can show you what it looks like when it turns on with the colors and everything. Because this camera has that. Okay? Plus, this tripod has that. This tripod, it has what they call a gun grip. So it rotates around. So I can aim at this setup to do the whole thing. All right, which is really cool. So now, because I have a better camera and I have a good tripod, I'm able to show you the live setup of this PC. Okay? By the way, I screwed this up entirely. I think my camera's auto adjustments turned on. Yeah, see, this is wrong. I think my camera's auto adjustments turned on again, which I didn't want. I think they did, because I think it's auto focusing and adjusting again, and I don't want this. It's weird, because it wasn't doing this before, and now it's doing this, and it's freaking me out. Hold on. It's supposed to be like this. That's straight. Right there, that's straight. And that's pointed straight at me. Okay. Yeah, see, the camera is autofocus. This is the weirdest camera. This camera looks for an area to focus on, like me, and then it auto-focuses and auto-adjusts on the fly. So with this gun grip tripod, I should be able to rotate around and literally be doing things over here with the setup of the PC, and you guys will be able to see it the whole time. So tomorrow, we will do Street Fighter 6 until the PC arrives. When the PC arrives, we'll do a live unboxing right here on DSPGaming. Okay? Then we will do... By the way, now I look crooked, don't I? Then we will do, obviously testing and getting everything working. It's still crooked. I give up. It's fine, right? It looks fine. Okay, so FYI, now, I need to clarify a few things, okay? This PC is for gaming. I'm going to repeat myself. This PC is for gaming. That's what the PC is for. This is why when I said this arrival of this PC is going to change all my content, this is very true, all right? It's going to change all of my content because I'm literally going to have the capability to play every game I want on PC moving forward, right? Any new game, I'll be able to do. Be honest, Street Fighter 6 immediately is an upgrade. And in fact, the person who donated this PC has specifically requested that the day it shows up tomorrow, they want me to set it up and play Street Fighter 6 on it. They want me to play Street Fighter 6, see how it looks, how it performs, does it get rid of any additional input lag. They want me to play it on launch day here, or unboxing day, I guess I should say, setup day. They want me to play Street Fighter 6 on it, okay? So, yes, of course the PC version. We're going to be playing Street Fighter 6 on PS5 until the PC shows up. When it shows up, we're going to set up the PC and we're going to play Street Fighter 6 on PC. You understand? Okay? So it's going to be the best version of Street Fighter 6 available. There will be no more issues with dropped inputs or anything because I'm going to have the best version like all the pro players. There will be no more unfair advantage when I'm playing this game against people online. It will be even Steven. Okay? So I'm excited for that, obviously. All right? Now, Hardcore Fan just says, wait a minute. Does that mean you have to regrind all your characters to master again? Yes. But guess what? It won't matter because they already reset the points. I think that's one of the reasons why this person decided to donate this PC now, because I'm not losing anything in Street Fighter 6 because they already reset the points. All I have to do is do my placement matches, get to like 5-star diamond, and just grind through 5-star diamond, which would take, what, a stream or two tops each character? It's actually not that big of a deal. It's just not. So I'm actually not too worried about it. I think with the level that I'm playing at, with characters like Dalsim, Honda, Bison, Blanca, I think I'm going to easily get right back to master within a stream or two of each character. We'll be there, and then we'll be climbing the ranks again. Okay? So that tomorrow's going to be nuts, because tomorrow the PC will arrive at some point during the live stream. I will do a live unboxing right here. We'll set it up. We'll get it working with Street Fighter 6, and then we're going to play Street Fighter 6. Basically, it's going to be crazy new PC setup Street Fighter 6 day tomorrow. Okay? Now, obviously, what this means is that this now changes a bunch of stuff, right? It means moving forward, a lot of new games I'm probably going to want to play on PC, right? For a perfect example here, apparently, I think this PC is going to come with a free copy of Black Myth Wukong. So if that's the case, obviously, I'm going to play that on PC with gamepad rather than on console, right? Black Ops 6 coming out, Black Ops 6 beta. I'm going to get it because I have Game Pass Ultimate, so I have Game Pass on PC. So I'm going to get early access to the Black Ops 6 beta, and I'm going to be playing the PC version at the absolute highest settings with the highest frame rate, highest response rate possible on a gaming PC here with you guys at launch. Okay? This is pretty insane when you think about it. All right? Now, already, this is what's funny. I'm already getting a headache about PC gaming. Here's why. So I said to someone, oh, this is good because everyone's been talking about Fallout 4 London. Maybe I could do that. And they said, oh, well, you'd have to buy everything. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, well, you have Game Pass, but the Game Pass version of Fallout 4 doesn't work with the London mod. You have to buy Fallout 4 off of like GOG.com for $45, and then you can install the London mod. I was like, wait, what? 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 That's so stupid. Right? So, so I can already tell you, day one, we're going to have issues. And the other thing is, again, with PC gaming, I need to forewarn my audience of this. I have been a console gamer for over a decade. The vast majority of games and things that I have played, all right, are console. The ease of use of console is tremendous for a streamer. I turn on my stream. We turn on the console. I boot the game. I'm playing the game. That is not going to happen with PC games. You're going to see what's going to happen. Even tomorrow with Street Fighter 6, I guarantee you, we're going to boot it up. It's going to look like shit. We're going to have to tweak 700 settings. It's going to be like, what resolution? What refresh rate? What frame rate? Anti-aliasing? Ray tracing? There's going to be like 400 options, and we're going to have to fuck with those options for like an hour to get the game to run well. Once we get it, it'll be the chef's kiss, right? But that's PC gaming in a nutshell, is you have to sit there and fuck around, all right, with all settings on these games to get them to work. Half the time, these PC games don't work at launch. There's been an infamous amount of problems with PC versions of games at launch having tons of problems, and PC gamers up in arms again about it, and rightfully so. If you're paying the same amount of money as everyone else to play a video game, you should get the same quality. It shouldn't be, oh, well, because I got it on PS5, it runs well, but you're on PC, you got fucked. The PC version sucks at launch, right? That's bullshit. That's not fair, but that's what happens with a lot of new games that are coming out on PC these days. So, yeah, ultimately, having this high-end gaming PC that I'm going to have It's going to allow me to play games at great settings and everything, but it's going to take work. It's not like, oh, new game day, guys, just play it within a minute. It's going to be more like, boot it, oh shit, it's crashing, we got to fuck with it here, and we got to do this, you know what I mean? It's just not going to be as easy. Now, does this mean that DSP is officially entering the realm of the PC master race? Well, I mean, to some extent, yeah, but it's kind of inadvertent. Like, I didn't intend for this to happen. I wasn't buying myself a gaming PC. This was never intended, right? I was just going to migrate to my wife's PC. That was the only intention of PC upgrading I was doing this year. But now I'm literally getting a high-end gaming PC out of nowhere. And obviously, yes, I'm going to be using it. So the question is, now every new game that comes out. So Black Myth Wukong looks like I'm probably getting it for free on this PC. So obviously I'm playing that on it. That'll be our first major experiment with a gaming PC of a new release, how it works. Now we got to think, do I want to get Star Wars Outlaws on PC? Because you could get the EA Play subscription or EA Access subscription on there, right? So maybe I should get it on PC, right? There will still be games that I'll be playing on console. For example, Astrobot. When a big release is coming up in the next month or two, PS5 exclusive, I will absolutely be playing that on PS5, right? I'm sure that there will be other examples of games, but admittedly, this may be a retiring of my Xbox Series X. If you really think about it, like all the games that I have on Game Pass, I can get on PC, right? Is there a single game that's Xbox exclusive but not on PC? They're all cross-platform, right? So I might never need my Xbox Series X ever again, right? Is that true? I'm fairly certain, right? Because that's, and we've been talking about that too, that if you have a gaming PC, you never would need an Xbox. Correct? There are games on Xbox that are not on PC. Can you give some examples? What would be some examples of that? I'm just curious, because, you know, let me put it this way. If the PC works great, and most games I'm playing on PC and the ones I'm not, I'm playing on PS5 or Switch, then the Xbox Series X will be retired. I'll probably, you know, maybe give it to my wife to use or something. You know, that way she gets an upgrade from her Series S, right? Yeah, if there are specific, because I'm trying to think, like, in my mind, right? Like, what Game Pass games and stuff are coming out. Let's take a look here. So out of the games coming out in the next few months, let's take a look. Black Myth Wukong, I think I'm going to own on PC. I think it comes with the PC. Visions of Mana, is that an Xbox game? Or a Game Pass game? I think it is. Star Wars Outlaws, like I said, I might just get the EA Play or EA Access, EA Play, whatever it is, just to play that, and I'll pay like $15, and I'll play it on PC perhaps, right? Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Beta Early Access, I have Ultimate Game Pass, so I should get that on PC. Casting of Frank Stone, Quidditch Champions. I think Quidditch Champions is free to play, isn't it? Astrobot would be PS4 exclusive. Excuse me, PS5 exclusive. So, oh, Star Wars is Ubisoft. Oh, that's what it is then. It's Ubisoft. Whatever their subscription service is, right? I was gonna pay like $15 and get it on there. Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 September 9th, right? So that I'll probably have to consider. Dead Rising Remastered. Epic Mickey is modern consoles, but I don't know if it's on PC. Zelda obviously is Switch exclusive. Zelda Echoes. The Silent Hill 2 remake. Oh man, would that be on PC? It probably is, right? Silent Hill 2 remake? And I wonder, would it be run better on PC or on PS5? I don't know. I don't think we're going to know. That might be one of the big question marks, right? Metaphor. I don't think Metaphor won't be day one PC, will it? So maybe Metaphor will be when I have to do console. Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Life is Strange Double Expanse, Mario and Luigi the New Brothers game, but that would be Switch. Dragon Quest III Remake, I don't even know what that's on. Assassin's Creed Shadows, again, that's Ubisoft. Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Oh, shit. Guys, we're going to be playing the new Microsoft Flight Simulator with a top-of-the-line gaming PC. We're going to have amazing graphics as we fly around the world on chill streams together. That is amazing, right? How cool is that? Oh, yeah, I can see the bugs, too. You know it's going to be buggy as shit at launch. Flying around, and black holes are opening up in the planet, sucking you in. Right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, out of what I just mentioned, is there a single thing that I need to play on my Series X? No, right? So there's big potential that I could give the Series X over to my wife and she could have that. And I'm going to be a PC, PS5, Switch guy moving forward, right? Quidditch is day one PS Plus Essential. Thank you, Fed Roger. Okay, I thought it was on something for free, right? All right, so this is wild, all right? And again, it was not expected. So now here's the thing. This is going to change everything. Like my whole schedule this week, because tomorrow now is going to be a day of just playing some Street Fighter 6 until the PC arrives. When it arrives, live setting it up, getting it working, installing Street Fighter 6 on there, and then tweaking it and playing Street Fighter 6 on my new gaming PC. Okay, that's tomorrow. That's the whole day. Both streams. Okay, day stream on Tuesday. Very well, maybe I want to do more of that. And maybe I want to explore with other things, right? Like maybe I want to see, gee, what's available on Game Pass Ultimate on the PC. Maybe I want to test some other games on it, right? Do a testing day. Let's run some games at ultimate settings and see how they run on this PC and stuff like that. Like mess around with it, right? I could definitely see myself doing that. Oh, yeah? Syndicator says, if you plan on not using the Series X anymore, you can downgrade to PC Game Pass. It's cheaper and you lose absolutely nothing. I might do that. I definitely might do that then. Yeah, why would I? If again, unless there's console exclusive games on the Series X, I don't see the reason why I would keep using it, right? All right, so yeah, now remember, I'm not doing a stream Tuesday night. That's what I'm being a guest on Kino Casino. But essentially, I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Monday is PC Arrival, Setup, and Street Fighter. Tuesday's daytime stream could be anything. We could do whatever we want. We could test PC games on there and see how they run at high settings. You know what I mean? Like, we could do whatever you guys want to do on Tuesday. Same thing Wednesday, Thursday. I'm assuming we're going to want to do a lot of Street Fighter, right? But outside of that, we could do other things, but I don't know what. Like, we'd have to figure out what we want to do, okay? The only thing that'll be out of the ordinary or off the PC at this point would be Nintendo World Championships. If you want to play that again this week, that's got to be on the Switch. But outside of that, everything will be on PC moving forward, right? Anything that's available, why wouldn't it? The PC is going to be more powerful than any of my consoles. It's going to be more powerful than anything I have in here, right? Hellion says he's really happy for me. He has an RTX 4050. I think I'm going to have a 4070, right? And he says if you use ray tracing on it, it'll blow your mind. Yes, I already said I have to get to Masters all over again with my characters in Street Fighter 6, but it's not a big deal. Number one, I'm playing at such a high level, I don't think it's going to take long. And number two, they reset my master points. I'm already back to square one anyway. So it makes sense. Now would be the time to make sense to convert over to the PC version of Street Fighter 6 because I'm not really losing anything in Masters. Do you understand? Like, I'm right where I would have been anyway. Yeah, exactly. This year has been absolutely insane. When you think about it, right? Think about all the improvements that we've had this year. A better capture device, a better webcam. I'm getting a gaming PC, right? Like, it's just dramatic jumps up. I have a throwback channel where we're upscaling all of my old content from back in the day. I'm branching out to do new projects, things. It's like, it's wild. This has been a crazy positive year. This is like the polar opposite of last year and all the negativity and shit. This is you know, it's just so much better. You know? So cool. Who cares? Here's the thing. Who cares what my detractors say? Oh, your detractors are saying you bought the PC. Let them say whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Right? Even if I bought it, it wouldn't matter. So what are they arguing about? All they're arguing about, oh, he's being dishonest. Who cares? It doesn't matter if I bought it or not. I didn't buy it, but it doesn't matter if I bought it or not. If you're dumb and you don't believe anything I say, then you're always going to say what I said is a lie. Good for you. Sit and spin on a cactus. I don't give a fuck about you, right? I'm happy. I'm getting something amazing gifted to me tomorrow, and it's going to directly benefit all streams moving forward. All gameplay quality will be improved. No input lag, better visuals, everything more responsive, top of the line stuff, right? This is so cool. I'll be honest, I don't really care about the looks of this PC. You're going to see when it shows up, you're going to be, what the hell is that? And I'm going to be like, yeah, it's a weird PC. This guy, he picked me a weird one. But it's going to be so powerful, I don't care what it looks like, right? It looks like a big turd for all I care. If it runs games high end, who gives a shit, right? But it's not. It's going to actually look very impressive, supposedly. Am I only going to be using a gamepad, or is there a way to use mouse and keyboard? It's going to be very hard to use mouse and keyboard. Okay? I don't really have a viable setup for that. In front of me right now, I have the microphone, my controller right here, okay? A mouse that I need to control my PC over here that I capture and stream from, my drink, my LED lights controller, my audio box. Like, there's no room here for a keyboard and mouse, and even if there was, I'd be looking like this, crooked, right? Over here, I have a folding table, but the folding table is not a good level for keyboard and mouse. It's kind of like a weird level, so even if I were to scoot this up to me and try to use keyboard and mouse, it probably wouldn't work that well, okay? So I'm not saying that maybe eventually I would find a way. Initially, everything would be gamepad, and of course, for Street Fighter, I've already got the Rolls Royce of joysticks to play fighting games on. Okay? So, no problems with Street Fighter or anything there, right? But I hear you. From someone who used to be a PC gamer, keyboard and mouse is amazing. Amazing for FPS games. It feels so good. Ooh. I just hit a funny bone on my leg. Damn it. I hit a funny bone on my leg. Ow. What controller will I use, Xbox or Sony? That's an interesting question, because I had no idea, right? I had no idea that you could use PS5 controllers on PC. I didn't think it would work like that. So I guess we'll see. I mean, I personally prefer the Xbox controller, so I probably would lean towards using this for everything. But I don't know if there'll be situations where the PS5 controller would be better for certain games, but I'll have the option, right? I'll literally have the flexibility and option to use any controller for any game I play on PC. How amazing is that? Really? Hellion says on Steam, you can even use Switch Pro controller. I don't think I would ever do that. This is literally better than that. And this is what it's based off of. So I would just use this. But that's kind of wild. Xbox controllers are more accessible for PC, but PlayStation games on PC will have haptics and triggers. I see what you're saying. PlayStation versions, PlayStation games that are PC ported, you'll want to use PS5 to get all the features of the controller. Okay, cool. Gotcha. So tomorrow's going to be interesting. All right. So guys, by the way, we went late. I want to do quick shout outs, and we got to get ready to adjourn the show. What sucks now is, so this was an amazing podcast with this announcement, right? It blew your mind as much as it's blown mine. I never expected this. This is all wild stuff. Okay. Very excited for this, obviously. It means the majority of games I'm playing will be on PC moving forward. Yeah. So by the way, it's just for PC gaming. I'm not using this for capturing and streaming. I still have plans eventually to migrate from my old PC to my wife's PC, and that will be a dedicated PC for just capturing and streaming. I will not play games on it. That will be the capture stream PC, and this new monster rig will be my gaming PC. Okay? This is what we've wanted forever. This is what we talked about ages ago, that most streamers who do high-end gaming have 2 PCs. Well, I'm finally going to have that. How cool is that, right? All right. Yes, it's a fish tank PC. It's going to have a live octopus inside of it. Correct. That's exactly right. That would be something. You think people have done that? Aquarium PCs? They probably did. All right. So Nev, an hour ago, gifted 5 memberships. Okay? Since then, I received perhaps a tip or 2. Let me take a look. I guess this is a troll. All right. Okay, this person is not a troll. They have a question. So someone tipped me $1 and says, didn't RTU offer you a gaming PC for free and you refused it impolitely, laughing out loud? No. Would you like to know the true story? ReviewTech didn't offer me anything. He said stuff on his streams that people relayed to me. I was never directly, like, offered. Like, he never, at least to my knowledge, now that I'm saying that, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. I don't want to misspeak and misrepresent. I don't. Let me see if I have evidence. Give me a second. Okay, he did actually DM me. I'm glad that I checked. Okay? Yeah, it was July 13th, 2022. All right. Basically, ReviewTech was having beef with the quartering. And being that I actually had a pretty positive relationship with the quartering, you know, we were actually talking about the possibility of maybe having a way to moderate and squash it, because it was like a big public beef they were having for some reason. So anyway, we had been talking about that behind the scenes. And then he says, you want a desktop computer? It's a beast. All you have to do is pay for shipping. I'll pack it up and ship it out to you within a week. And I said, I obviously have to ask why. It's not like we're friends. Now you're just offering me a desktop PC out of the blue. It's kind of shocking, especially because mine is finally showing signs of dying after 8 years of use. This was 2 years ago. I was just about to begin discussion with my viewers on what I need for a new one. I have at least one person who might be willing to finance a new one, but obviously, because that was 2 years ago, someone was talking about possibly doing that. Obviously, getting one without buying it would be ideal. He says, I don't want to sell it. It would be easier to ship it off. Selling computers is a pain in the ass. I know you need one. It's that simple. And then I said, is this one you used a bit for a review PC? Did you ever use it at some point? I'm curious if there's info on components. I'm looking to get something that would future-proof. And he says, this is from 2017. It's a 16-core AMD Threadripper with an RTX 2080 in it. And I said, I appreciate your offer. If you're going to keep it around a bit, I'd like to keep it as an option. And basically then, in the next week, we talked once or twice again. And then literally we did not speak again until March of 2023 when I wished him the best when I heard that his daughter was sick. So that's it. That was it. While we were talking about a different topic, he brought up that he had a 2017 PC that he wanted to donate. Now, I want you to think about this. Would I have accepted his PC under any circumstances? No. There's 2 reasons why. Number one, because it's not new. Right? It's a used PC. I didn't know, what condition it would have been in. He claims it's fine. But just my luck, he would send me a PC and it would get damaged in transit, or, you know, it wouldn't work right. And then now I owe the guy, I'm beholden to the guy for sending me a PC, and I'm not even getting anything out of it, right? That's number one. Number two, my wife has a 2017 PC. Okay? Literally, she has a 2017 PC just sitting there, unused. Why would I accept a gift from Review Tech of a 2017 PC when I have one in the room next to me that I can set up and use for my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Why would I do that? Right? So apparently people are saying that PC was then given to his assistant Jay or his editor Jay, and that's how it got into all the issues with keylogging and backdoors and his accounts getting hacked. So there you have it. But no, I literally never was like, oh, no, being mean to him or anything. You just heard, I just read it word for word. I read it word for word of what it was. It was a casual conversation. All right. All right. So that's all I got. There's nothing else to shout out, guys. I received a $1 tip this morning. So it would be great today if you like the content, if you could support it. All right. You know my goals, $50 per stream. And in a minute here, we're going to adjourn the show. We're going to head over to my DSP Reacts channel for my weekly clip show, DSP versus the Internet. We're going to chill over there all afternoon while I react to clips that members submitted. And we're going to go from there, all right? Yeah, I know I dodged a bullet. I've dodged a lot of bullets recently, if you haven't noticed. I really have been dodging. I really feel like I'm Neo in the Matrix, and I'm just bullet timing in all different directions like this, right? I really am. Most Tasteless says RTU felt it and did a super chat. Thank you. Again, there's no confirmation that that PC actually was given to his editor, Jay. I don't know if it's the same PC or not, right? You know what's funny is when this all was going down, someone had said to me, are you really considering accepting that PC from him? Because aren't you afraid that he's going to keylog it or have a backdoor to it and hack it or do messed up stuff to it? And I said, he would have to be a moron to do that because he could literally be sued for it, right? Like, you can't do that. It's illegal. You can't just give someone something with the intention that now you're going to steal their personal information. So it would have been an insane liability for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, when I watch this Review Tech documentary coming up by June the King in a week or two, I have absolutely no idea what I'm about to see. I don't know what the truth is of anything. I'm going to rely on June the King to do good research to figure out, you know, what's real and what's not. Because I don't know if I should believe this stuff you guys tell me. Just because you heard via hearsay that the PC that Rich was going to give me is the one he gave to Jay, and then it ended up fucking Jay over. That doesn't mean that's true. I don't even know if that's true. You know, I don't know if I want to believe it till I hear evidence. So I'm gonna go into this thing with an open mind, man. I don't want to just believe everything people tell me. Blackjack says, yes, I watch both RTU and his former editor Jay's content frequently. RTU did not intentionally send any PC with keyloggers. Jay confirmed Rich did not hack him. Okay, so it's all bullshit. I believe you over other people because I swear to God, 99% of the stuff said on the internet about this is all bullshit. It's just people trying to create drama, you know? Okay. All right, well, guys, I guess we're going to adjourn. I want to say thanks for those who chilled, and I hope you enjoyed the announcement, okay? Tomorrow we're going to have a hell of a day. That's for sure. Tomorrow's going to be a wild hell of a day. Oh, I just received a $5 tip out of nowhere. Hold on. From Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. I heard the big announcement. Perhaps it's appropriate to call your podcast a Level 2 podcast. Does this mean a lot of Xbox exclusives will be played on PC, like Avowed and Indiana Jones? Yes. Maybe Gears of War? Yes. All suggestions, really? Yes. Why would I play them on the Series X when I have a high-end gaming PC that plays them better? And I have Game Pass Ultimate, so anything on Game Pass is on PC as well. Why would I play it on the Xbox? Why play on the low-end thing when I have the high-end thing? Absolutely 100%. This means everything will be played on PC that I can play on PC. So there you go. Like I said, I am inadvertently becoming part of the PC Master Race at this point. Because I didn't get the PC, but I'm getting the PC. See? I didn't buy it, but I'm getting it. Super Snow Carl 2 Turbo HD Remix. There we go. I didn't buy it, but I'm getting it. So upgrades are incoming, right? All right. Well, it seems like people liked the announcement. I'm glad. Yes, I just said that. Did I not? I said I feel that consoles, for if you're a full-time streamer, I totally feel that consoles are more reliable because you know when you buy a game, you're going to boot it up on launch day, and 99% of the time, you're not going to have an issue. It's going to work. With PC, I know for a fact we're going to have issues. There's going to be days we're going to have a new game, download it, go to play it, crashes. Okay, we got to fuck with the settings, crashes. Okay, we got to do this. Frame rate's terrible. What's going on? Turn this effect on, turn this effect off. Every new game day is going to have an hour of setup. I totally believe that, okay? But that's what you go through being a PC gamer. You know what I'm saying? That's the trade-off you take. You will eventually get the absolute best version of any game, but you have to go through the work to get there, right? What happened to the Stardew playthrough? It carries over. The cool thing is with games on Steam, all of your game save files are in the cloud. So all I have to do is just reinstall Steam on the new PC, and Stardew continues right from where we left off. No problems. Should not be an issue whatsoever. Yeah. Okay, guys, let's adjourn because I got to get the stream set up for the React show. Thank you very much. I hope you guys will carry over. If you're here live, hope you'll stick on the stream. You'll see a pop-up in just a minute that says, hey, the party's moving over. Please head over. We're going to do a full 3 hours of reacting to fun videos and clips over on DSP Reacts. Okay, I hope you'll join me for that. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me on today's podcast show. I hope you enjoyed it. And man, tomorrow's going to be a wild day. If you want to talk about crazy, tomorrow having a gaming PC arrive and getting it set up and Street Fighter on it is going to be insane. I cannot wait. Obviously, it's going to be very exciting. And I hope that you feel the same way. Thanks for chilling. And I will see you tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast. But in the meantime, see you on DSP Reacts.